Hey, welcome to class. The first slide is a reminder of some things that should help you get a better test score. I think most of you are really ready for the test on Monday, but these are just some things that people tend to do that get in the way of them showing everything that they really know, like careless errors and things like that. So these are some good things to look over and make sure that you're getting the best score you possibly can. I want an accurate showing of what you know. So today I've got some word problems and some inequality problems that I thought would be fun to do. They're actually more challenging than the ones you will find on the test, but they're a little bit similar in style. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. This one looks like a fairly routine problem, and I don't want you to just plug things in. I really want you to solve for R using your algebra skills. In this case, what you do is you look at each side of the inequality first, and this side has some like terms that you could combine. Anytime you've got more than one variable, variable expression with the same variable on one side, you should combine them. So if you have 2r's minus 1r, that leaves just r. And you still have plus 3 is less than r plus 5, right? Okay, and then you need to get both the r's on the same side. So what you want to do is subtract an r. Okay, so you subtract an r, and you have to subtract it on the other side as well, which does something weird. It gets rid of all the r's in the whole inequality. And that's what's unusual about this problem. So I wanted you to see an example. Sometimes that just happens. So I'm left with 3 is less than 5. Now what happens when the r is gone? You examine the statement that's left behind and you ask yourself, is that true or false? Okay, so is 3 less than 5? Yeah, that's a true statement. Okay, if you get a true statement after the variables drop out, then what's going on is that this would have been true no matter what r is equal to, because if you plug numbers in for r, all of those drop out anyway, and you would be left with 3 less than 5. So it's true for any value, and the way we write the answer is all reals, or all real numbers. And those are all the numbers you're familiar with so far. That includes whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. All numbers you've dealt with so far in math belong to the big real number system. Now, if we had gotten down to the last inequality and it was a false statement, then the solution would have been no solution. And that means no number works no matter what you plug in for r. Okay, let's try something else. Okay, this one's got a number outside of some parentheses. So what you need to do first is distribute the 2 to everything in the parentheses. That means 2 times negative t, which makes negative 2t. And 2 times 2, so we have 4, and the other side can just stay the same for a minute. Okay, and then we want to get the t's together. I've got t's on both sides. I like to get rid of the t on the right side and move it to the left, because that way at the very end of the problem I can read it from left to right, and it'll make more sense that way, especially when there's inequalities. Okay, so now I have negative 1t plus 4 is less than negative 3. And I need to move that 4 to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 4 to get it away from my t. Okay, so now I've got negative t, this is gone, is less than negative 7. Okay. I can't leave negative 1t, so I'm going to divide, or you could multiply by negative 1. The result would be the same. And after you do that, this will become positive t, but it flips this the other way because I divided by a negative. And I get 7. So this is the answer. You should also know how to graph it. So we would put 7 on our number line. Right there. Since t is greater than 7, it doesn't include 7, so I'm going to draw a circle and shade in the greater direction. That means everything over here is a solution for t. Anything greater than 7